As some of you may know, the GH2 has a 40 frame per second burst mode. That burst mode is for stills only, and it works for 40 frames in a row, and that fills the buffer. So I had an idea. I thought I'd test the 1080p mode, burst mode, versus the hack GH2 at 132 megabits GOP3 versus that burst mode, and see what the differences are. We start with the hack GH2 file at 132 megabits, and this is looped 40 frame per second burst mode. And here's burst mode and the hack file side by side. Hack GH2 on the left, burst mode on the right. Now with YouTube, this is really hard to compare the differences because of the compression that YouTube puts on it. Typically when you watch these, it's around 9 megabits or sometimes higher, depending on if it's an anamorphic or not. In order to get around that, I've pushed in on the picture at a part of the test as well. Here's where you can start to see where grayscale sharpness and color reproduction start to change. Hack GH2 on the left and the burst mode on the right. Details to look for are sharpness in George Washington's coat, and because of the printing method of the dollar bill, it's a very, very fine detail that you can look at. The green in the serial number, or whatever number that is on the dollar bill, you can see a difference in color reproduction, whereas the burst mode looks more correct. The file from the camera is slightly off. Overall, they are very, very close though. So the main summary here is that now the hack GH2 is fairly close, not in color reproduction, but in sharpness alone, as a raw 1080p camera. And in sharpness, in terms of grayscale alone, it is very close to the sharpness you would get out of a raw 1080p camera. Now, color information is going to be significantly less. For a lot of applications, the picture is going to be very, very nice.